Let me tell you about two people selling the same exact product. Person A charges $30 a month and person B charges $300 a month. Same product, same features, same market. Person B makes 10x more money. Why? Confidence. That's it. Not better marketing, not better product, not better timing, just confidence. Here's what nobody tells you. Confidence isn't just a nice to have personality trait. It's an economic multiplier. Your level of self-belief literally determines how much money you make. And I'm going to prove it to you. Part 1, confidence is not arrogance. First, let's clear something up. Confidence is not arrogance. Arrogance is loud. It needs to prove itself. It talks over people. It's fragile. Confidence is quiet. It doesn't need to prove anything. It asks questions. It's solid. Here's the difference. Arrogance says, I'm the best. Confidence says, I'm capable of figuring this out. Arrogance is certainty in everything. Confidence is certainty in uncertainty. And that's the key. You don't need to know everything. You don't need to be the smartest person in the room. You just need to believe you can handle whatever comes. That's confidence. And that's what people pay for. Part 2, the bid-ask spread. Let's talk about pricing. Most people underprice because they don't believe they're worth more. They look at their service and they think, who would pay that much? And because they don't believe it, nobody else does either. Here's what actually happens. When you're not confident, you signal it in your pricing. $30 a month says, I'm not sure this is worth much. $300 a month says, this is valuable and you should want it. The market reads your pricing as a signal of value. Low price equals low confidence, equals low perceived value. High price equals high confidence, high perceived value. Alex Hormozi talks about this constantly. When he was selling gym memberships, he raised his price from $99 to $299. Same gyms, same equipment, same location. So what changed? His belief in the value he was providing. And guess what happened? Sales went up. Not down, up. Because people trust expensive things more than cheap things. Not because they're illogical, because price is a proxy for confidence. And confidence is a proxy for quality. Part 3, imposter syndrome is expensive. Now let's talk about why imposter syndrome keeps you poor. Imposter syndrome is the feeling you're not qualified, that you're a fraud, that eventually people will find out you don't know what you're doing. And here's the problem. When you feel like an imposter, you underprice. You discount, you give away free work, you apologize for charging. Because deep down, you don't believe you deserve the money. But here's the truth. Nobody knows what they're doing. The millionaire doesn't know what he's doing. The billionaire doesn't know what they're doing. The expert doesn't know what they're doing. They're just confident enough to figure it out as they go. Ray Dalio built Bridgewater into the largest hedge fund in the world. In his book Principles, he talks about how he's constantly wrong. He's wrong all the time. But he's not afraid of being wrong. He's not pretending to know everything. He's just confident that he'll figure it out. And that's the difference. Imposter syndrome says, I don't know enough, so I should charge less. Confidence says, I'll learn what I need to know, and my clients are paying for the result. One keeps you broke, one makes you rich. Let's talk about body language economics. Here's something most people don't think about. How you walk into a room changes the deal. Literally. There's research on this. Harvard did a study on power posing. People who stood in a confident pose for 2 minutes before a negotiation got better outcomes. Not because they said anything different, because their body language changed how the other person perceived them. When you walk into a meeting slouched, avoiding eye contact, fidgeting, the person across from you reads that as this person isn't sure. And if you're not sure, why should they be? But when you walk in upright, make eye contact, speak clearly, move deliberately, they read that as this person knows what they're doing. And that confidence transfers. I've seen this happen in real time. Same pitch, same person, different body language. First time, shoulders were hunched, voice was quiet, looking down, and the result was, we'll think about it. Second time, chest up, voice clear, holding eye contact, the result is, let's do it. Nothing else changed, just the body language. Because confidence is physical before it's verbal. People feel it before you say a word. VCs fund confidence as much as ideas. Let me tell you about how venture capital actually works. VCs don't fund the best ideas. They fund the best founders. And what makes a founder the best? Confidence. Not arrogance, not bravado, confidence. The ability to say, I don't know how we'll solve that problem yet, but I'm certain we will. And that's what gets funded. I know founders who've raised millions with half-baked ideas. And I know founders with brilliant ideas who can't raise a dime. The difference? The first group believes, the second group doubts. And investors can smell doubt. They're not investing in your idea, they're investing in your certainty that you'll figure it out. Because ideas change, markets shift, plans fall apart. But a confident founder adapts, a doubtful founder quits. Grant Cardone says it like this: confidence is the ultimate competitive advantage. Because when two people have the same skills, same resources, same opportunity, the confident one wins every time. Part 6, certainty transfers. Here's a psychological mechanism. Your belief transfers to other people. It's called emotional contagion. When you're certain, they feel certain. When you're uncertain, they feel uncertain. This is why sales is 90% confidence and 10% product. If you believe what you're selling is valuable, they will too. If you're not sure, they won't either. I've watched salespeople with mediocre products close deals all day long. And I've watched salespeople with incredible products struggle. The difference is the first group believes in what they're selling. The second group is apologizing before they even start. Your certainty is contagious. So is your doubt. So choose wisely. Let's talk about the case study. Let me show you this in action. I know two people selling online courses. Let's call them Sarah and Mike. They both teach the same skill, how to run Facebook ads. They both have similar backgrounds, worked at agencies, they've ran their own clients, etc. Both have similar results, case studies, testimonials, proof, etc. Now, Sarah charges $297 for her course, and Mike charges 10x, $2,997 for his course. Same content, same outcomes, 10x price difference. So what's the difference? Sarah's sales page says, this course will teach you Facebook ads, I've helped clients get results, hope you find it valuable. Now, Mike's sales page says, this is the exact system I use to scale my agency to $50K a month. If you follow it, you'll get results, I guarantee it. Sarah hedges and Mike commits. Sarah's energy is more, I hope this works for you, but Mike's is more, this works, period. Guess who makes more money? Of course, it's Mike. 10x more. Again, not because his course is better, but because his confidence is higher. And confidence affects everything. How he prices, how he markets, how he shows up on sales calls, how his students perceive his value. Same product, different belief, different outcome. Building earned confidence. So how do you actually build confidence? Because I know what you're thinking. Hey, but this is great. I don't feel confident. But here's the truth. You don't feel confident and then you take action, then you feel confident. Confidence is earned through competence. You get good at something, you see yourself succeed, your brain updates, oh, I can do this. That's confidence. It's not fake, it's not manufactured, it's earned. So the path is this: competence, confidence, compensation. You build a skill, you prove to yourself you can do it, you charge accordingly. But here's where people mess up. They wait until they're ready to be confident. They think, once I know everything, then I'll be confident. But that day never comes, because there's always more to learn, there's always someone better, there's always a gap in your knowledge. So you have to be confident before you're fully ready. Not arrogant, not pretending, just certain that you'll figure it out. Dan Pena calls this confidence from ignorance. It's not that you're ignorant, it's that you're not waiting for perfect knowledge to move forward. You trust yourself to learn what you need when you need it. That's earned confidence. Let's talk about the fake it paradox. Now here's something important. You cannot fake confidence. People will always say fake it until you make it. That doesn't work because people can tell. Your body language leaks it. Now fake confidence is just anxiety in a suit. Your energy betrays you. Real confidence comes from 1, having done the thing before, or 2, knowing you're capable of figuring it out. If you've never done it, you can't be confident about the outcome. But you can be confident about your ability to learn, adapt, and solve problems. And that's the difference. You're not faking that you know everything. You're genuinely confident in your resourcefulness. And that's authentic. People feel that, and they buy from that. Part 10, confidence attracts everything. Here's the final piece. Confidence is magnetic. It attracts mentors, it attracts partners, it attracts capital, it attracts opportunities. Why? Because confident people are low maintenance. They don't need constant validation. They don't need hand-holding. They don't need you to solve their problems for them. So people want to work with them. People want to invest in them. People want to help them. And I've seen this over and over. Two people with similar skills. One is confident, gets mentors reaching out, gets intros, gets opportunities, and when it's doubtful, has to beg for help, gets ignored, and struggles alone. Same skills, different energy, completely different trajectory. Because people are attracted to certainty. It's safe, it's stable, it's trustworthy. Doubt repels, confidence attracts. It's that simple. So let me bring all this together. Confidence isn't just a personality trait, it's an economic multiplier. It determines how much you charge, how much people pay, who wants to work with you, what opportunities come your way. And here's the good news. It's buildable. You don't need to be born confident. You just need to take action, get results, and update your self-belief. Competence, confidence, compensation. Your micro expressions give it away. So here's what you do. Number one, stop underpricing because your doubt is expensive. Number two, build competence, which earns your confidence. Number three, walk like you belong. Body language is economic. Number four, believe in your resourcefulness, not your perfection. And number five, let your certainty transfer. People feel your energy. Do that and your income will change. Not because you got better at your craft, but because you started believing you're worth more. And the market will agree. If this hits home, subscribe. More like this coming. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much.